This racist Granny Karen seems to be a bit confused. Complex brain thoughts of why this woman came over on a boat. She could have come over on a boat or a plane. What else are you going to do? Swim? Hey up everybody and welcome back! Well, it seems like Chillie's been up to his old tricks again. This time on Rumble. Trying to strike up a conversation with a person who's being pulled over, and he tries to talk Spanish. Now, Chillie has often said that he's fluent in Spanish. Only problem is, he's telling porkies. Let's find out.
It takes a little pushback because they seem to be just fine until you push back on them a little bit, and then they get all huffy and puffy.
So what does that have to do with anything?
So what I'm saying is the relationship between citizens and police is so terrible because you meaninglessly fine us and fee us, and then when you drive away, that guy's going to hate you. Okay. You have the right to travel.
In order to use a public street, you have to have a driver's license.
No, you don't.
You have to have a registered vehicle.
You don't.
You have to have car insurance.
No, that's your idea of what the law is.
Those are the laws laid down by the land, all right?
No, the constitutional law says you have a right to travel. You don't have to have a registration.
You think after being studying constitutional law and law in general for 20 years, Mr. Jose Maria Decastro would know that you need a driving license to operate a vehicle. But no, he thinks he comes under the same banner as travelling. So, Chillie, no matter what you say, mate, that's Soviet citizen talk. Are you trying to rebrand again? To become a Sovcit? Well, let's find out. Because you are dumb as shit, you big, great, fucking tiny spanker.
I'm not being mean to you.
I don't want that conversation.
I'm not being mean to you.
That conversation.
Well, you just gave someone how much? $600, $700 worth of fees? Right, you don't know. Because you don't care. And that's what I'm saying.
I don't want it to distract me from writing the ticket or not, whether I know how much it is.
Right, and that's the problem. You've turned off your consciousness. You've turned off the good person that you are. Man, you're really aggressive. I'm being really cordial to you. I could be really mean.
Is it your business what I
Everything you do is my business. Everything. You're a publicly paid employee. So that means that you literally are on welfare. So that means you have to...
How the hell is he on welfare, Chillie? For a start off, he gets up in the morning, goes to work, does the job, gets paid for said work. What do, Chillie? You travel from city to city trying to find a grift off the internet, someone you can latch onto and suck dry. That's about all you do, Chillie. And you haven't got any taxes to pay in Las Vegas. When are you going to actually grow up? Sorry, yeah, you can't grow up, can you? Because you're stunted.
When you get your paycheck?
No.
Are you drug tested? But they drug test welfare recipients, and you're one of them. Why do you say he pulled? Do you know what he pulled you over for? What's that? Oh, tú no sabes, huh? ¿Qué? It's turned? You make an illegal turn or anything like that? Posible más rápido or turn signal? No sabes, huh?
One thing that's confusing me here, right, is Chillie was supposed to have grown up, as he keeps saying, in Colombia and spoke Spanish. Yet he's got no inflection in the language. He's speaking it like someone who's just started to learn it, or learn phrases from a book. Anybody who's tried to learn a language, you have to get the inflections, the tonnage, and everything else right, or they're just going to think you're speaking crap. I mean, I speak Cantonese, and having a Yorkshire accent, it is pretty difficult to sing that language, especially with a voice like mine.
Policía aquí, ¿ah? Policía en Estados Unidos es muy mal, muy mal. Policía en Estados Unidos es terrible, peligroso. Yo aquí ahora porque es peligroso para ti. ¿Qué? Oh, it's mi YouTube channel. Delete Lawz. Delete Lawz. See, it's this kind of stuff that's just, like, it's just not necessary anymore. we just don't need it anymore. You don't need a cop with the lights behind you, and he's gonna put his lights on, and he's gonna, pull behind you and make a big scene, and that used to be acceptable. But this kind of nonsense, you shouldn't have to deal with this. It's public humiliation, first of all. This gentleman is sitting here, he doesn't know why he's pulled over. But they don't seem to have any boundaries. They just don't seem to have any boundaries. And, you may not understand it because you may not be a part of it. But when someone pulls you over, a cop pulls you over.
You know what I am back at the ranch? I'm a breeding bull.
What's that?
You gonna find out. Where you going, fatty? We gonna have a party.
Like, for instance, if, say, I was to ask somebody in Cantonese, what's your name? You could say, like you'd first do it, Legu Me Minga. But it starts, Legu Me Minga.
Then if you have someone here filming you, it makes you feel a lot safer. He's not likely to die right now because I'm standing here. And that's real. And that's real. Highway State Patrol, dial NH star NHP, Nevada Department of Public Safety. We got Patrol 439. There's a number on the back. At least there's no desecrated flag on the back. There's an American flag on the back, which is no desecration. And then it's 20339. So, and that's the Nevada Public Safety is what they call it. But really, they're just another brand of terrorism. They're another brand of getting money for the state. That's what they do. And you're subjected to this. And now this guy gets to sit back here. ¿Cuántos minutos aquí? Huh? 5 minutos aquí? Man, I need to learn more Spanish, that's for sure. You have rights. You have rights. ¿Qué? ¿Qué? Derecho? No blinker? No blinker. You got pulled over for no blinker. Listen, I learned Spanish when I was 25 years old because I wanted to talk to my dad. And my dad only spoke Spanish. So if my Spanish is terrible, I'm not sorry. I'm working on it, but, a language is hard. And I've been working on it my whole life. But if I don't speak Spanish regularly, after about a week in Colombia, I'll start to dream in Spanish because I spoke fluently as a boy.
Hang about there, me old mucker. Right. So, this is a dad that left. And you never saw her again. Yet, when you were 25, you started to learn Spanish, so you could speak to your dad. And then, in the same sentence, you say you've been learning it since you were a boy. So what is it, Chillie? Since you were 25, did you start learning it? That gives you 20 years, 23 years. Or since you were a boy, which gives you 40 fucking odd years. You're full of shit, mate. You probably read some out of a fucking phrase book, and that's your lot. Because that's all you can have in your head. Is you'll read a phrase book and then, I'm a fucking expert. That's all you ever fucking say. Because you just... God, he's still irritating the shit out of me. I'm sorry, but he's just full of shit. Fuck me, man. I mean, how does he even string a sentence together? I mean, for a start off, he tells a lie in a sentence, and by the end of the sentence, he's fucking forgot it. What is it, Chillie? Have you got Alzheimer's, dementia?
So, my Spanish is terrible. How's yours? This is a necessary function in America today. And it's mostly because cops kill people in America all the time. That's mostly the reason why. But let's see how this cop does. Let's see how he takes a little pushback, because they seem to be just fine until you push back on them a little bit, and then they get all huffy.
So this person who's been hard at work all day, you feel you admit to go into and antagonising him, to get something out of him, to get a rise out of him. I mean, how would you feel if you've been at work all fucking day long and some tiny little fucking prick comes up to you and starts mouthing off?
He's got the ticket all ready to go. Looks like he's printing out the ticket from inside the car. Let's see what we got here.
Hey, how you doing there? Listen, couldn't help but notice you across the parking lot, and you know, you're very attractive, and you want to go behind the Applebee's and do it, huh? You want to just go have some dirty, stupid, insane parking lot sex?
Chuck, it's me, Morty.
Yeah, 'cause we could what?
Yeah, they had me painted.
Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed.
Hey, how do you think I feel?
No, that too, but
It's not all about you, you
Morty,
know.
oh my God, what
I think
are you
I was
doing?
like a
Look at
birthday
you.
present for the kid or something like that.
Oh
I
my
don't know.
God, look at you. You're hot.
I know.
I would have taken, you know what I would have done to you back there? Why didn't you
Yeah?
say something earlier? I said all that stuff.
Well,
God.
let's not rule anything out.
Where's the accident?
At least 3 minutes I've just got out of dead air of him looking at a car. What's wrong, Chillie? Are they ignoring you? Can they not hear you? Maybe if you I don't know, stood on a stool, made yourself so they can see you, you know, jump up and down, do some jumping jacks. They probably think you're a lost toddler.
Did you give him a ticket? You get tickets? You get a ticket? So, I mean, like, for what? Did you hurt anybody?
Yeah, thank you.
How many tickets you get? ¿Cuántos?
Oh, thank you.
¿Tres?
La página,
¿Ah?
la página, ¿cuál es? Es en YouTube, internet.
¿Ah?
Ya, déjame pongo ya.
I'll show you. So,
Oh, what's up, Chillie? Did he ignore you and piss off? Sounded like he didn't even know what the fuck you were talking about. Fucking hell.
hey, Copper, I got a question for you. I got a question. So, you know, there's such a divide between police and citizens now. It's so bad, right? I mean, like, you know, it's terrible.
Okay, whatever you say.
I mean, don't be obtuse. You know it's terrible. So part of that reason why there's such a gigantic gap between citizens and police is because you guys pointlessly fine us and fee us, like pointlessly. You know, and you're a man, so that means you have a value. You were a gift from God, so you have a value yourself. So what I do when I try to talk to cops is, I don't want to call you names, yell at you, treat you poorly. I just want you to realize your value is far more than this. Far more.
Far more than what?
Than giving someone street tickets for really there's no victim. The only victim is that man right there. There's no accident, there's nobody bleeding, and our relationships are, I mean, I've calmed down. I'm a year into this now, just filming cops.
So there's no victim, you're saying?
There's no victim. Where's the victim?
So what happens when that guy crashes into somebody?
You know, that's what he did. The fucking shit out of me, Chillie. You're pretending to be fucking all godly and preacher-like. Yet you're the first to fucking kick off. You are not religious. You're just using that as another fucking grifting tool. You really are a sad fucking state of affairs. What a fucking knob rot you really are. Fuck's sake, man. I mean, come on. Victims. You've done something wrong. You get punished for it. It's what happens when we're kids. It's what happens when we're adults. It's how you keep order in a society. I mean, what you're wanting is anarchy. You want something like that 28 days later. You're just off your fucking trolley. You really do need to take a break, a nice stay in a rubber room at a hotel with some coloured pills and a comfortably fitting jacket. I'm sorry about my voice. I've only just recently got it back and it's strange as it is.
Sure, but what if the world turned to mush tomorrow? What about all the people the cops kill? What about how full our prisons are?
He doesn't have permission to drive. He doesn't have a license. So you have to be licensed to slip from head and drive a car, right?
Well, you don't actually have to have a driver's license. You have the right to travel.
drive.
No, you don't.
Okay.
You have the right to travel.
In order to use a public street, you have to have a driver's license.
No, you don't.
You have to have a registered vehicle.
You don't.
You have to have car insurance.
No, that's your idea of what the
Okay,
law
those
is.
are the laws laid down by the land, all right?
No, the constitutional law says you have a right to travel. You don't have to have a registration.
I'm not going to argue with you, sir.
I'm not arguing. I'm having a cordial. I'm not being mean to you.
I don't want that conversation.
I'm not being
I don't
mean to
need
you.
that conversation. Sir.
Well, the relationships are so bad. I didn't call you names or treat you poorly. I'm just talking to you.
I don't need
like
to,
that guy. He has to pay a lot of money now, and he doesn't have it.
I'm sorry. How do you know he doesn't have it? He doesn't even know you.
Well, I'm only here to watch you. That's all I'm doing.
So
I
how
only
do you know
film
he doesn't
cops.
have it?
Because most people don't have an extra $500,000 sitting around. Do you?
It's none of your business.
Man, you're really aggressive. I'm being really cordial to you. I could be.
He's been really aggressive. Usually by this time, Chillie, you're screaming down the necks, calling them torturers, dungeon masters, help. You really are full of shit.
It's your business what I
Everything you do is my business.
how
Everything.
much
You're a
money I have.
publicly paid employee. So that means
Of course
that
I
you
am.
literally are on welfare. So that means you have to take a drug test. Do you have to piss in the cup before you get your paycheck?
No.
Are you drug tested? But they drug test welfare recipients, and you're one of them.
So what does that have to do with anything?
So what I'm saying is the relationship between citizens and police is so terrible because you meaninglessly fine us and fee us, and then when you drive away, that guy's going to hate you. And people are not going to like you because you just gave him a bunch of fees and fines. And there's no victim. There's no one dead.
So
or
what are we
wounded.
supposed to do? Tell me what we're supposed to do.
You're supposed to be your brother's keeper
Tell
and
me-
pull him
tell
over
me-
and say, hey, you did this wrong.
Tell me the solution to the problem. If you have all the
Absolutely,
answers, tell me the solution.
100%. These tickets you guys give are only to generate revenue for the state. The only person who should be stopped by police with red and blue lights with a guy with a gun is someone who's driving.
Fucking hell, Chillie. He asked for a solution to the problem. Do you not understand English? A solution, not to avoid the question, not to completely dismiss it, but a solution. You seem to have all the answers, Chillie, so why aren't you answering that one?
Who's going to hurt other people? I don't picture that guy driving so horribly that he was going to kill people. I mean, they didn't use his blinker, is what he told me. He said he didn't use his blinker.
Okay.
That's what he said.
Okay.
So, but what I'm saying is like the way you have this kind of no feelings, the word is obtuse, where you don't feel anything for the person
No,
you just
Chillie,
gave all those.
the word obtuse means insensitive or maybe slow to understand. But you, sir, are looking for the word sociopath, is which you have quoted many a time when looking in the fucking mirror, because that's what you are. I mean, fuck's sake, man. You, sir, are like a flat earther. You find a word of the day, repeat it several times in your video, and pretend you know what it fucking means. You don't. You think it's big shit.
Someone how much? $600, $700 worth of fees? Right, you don't know because you don't care, and that's what I'm saying. Is
I don't want it to distract me from writing a ticket or not, whether I know how much it is.
right, and that's the problem. You've turned off your consciousness. You've turned off the good person that you
So
are.
You give me a solution to what we're supposed to
Pull
do.
the guy over and tell him, hey, you did this, you did that.
And then
You
what?
didn't hurt anybody.
And then what?
I'm gonna let you go.
And then what's he gonna do?
And then he's got to get his stuff fixed. And you get his phone
And then
number, you
he's
give him a call.
then he's
You
gonna
actually
continue
follow
to
it up.
drive away.
You'd be a steward of the
Then
community.
he's gonna drive away and do it again, right?
Or you call him the next day and say, hey, I stopped you yesterday, I let you go. Did you get your license in order yet?
What's that gonna do?
Well, first of all, it's going to show that there's someone from the state who actually
Why not
cares.
hold somebody accountable for their actions?
By giving someone fines and fees is not holding them accountable.
Come on, people. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but how does Chillie not understand that if you do something wrong, you're going to get punished? It's how human beings have learned for centuries. But he seems to think that you could just, oh, go on, no worries, you carry on driving, everything will be alright, and no punishment, because they will just do it again. But if you've just been fined 100 quid, $100 for not having it, you're going to go get it fixed. You're not going to put it off any longer. You're going to feel shitty about it, and yeah, you might feel some resentment towards the officer, but at the end of the day, he's there to keep the small laws in check and keep them, so you obey the bigger laws. How can you not understand this as a simple fact of society? Please stop the planet and let me get off.
See, that's the problem, man. You turn off. You're a good person made by God. And so as soon as you put this uniform on, you forget all the good nature that you were given when you were born. You carry torture cuffs on your side to put people in torture cuffs.
They're called handcuffs.
They're made for slavery. They were literally made for slaves to torture slaves.
I'm not gonna argue with you, man.
But you put them on, but you just turn your conscience off to what you do.
Okay?
I mean, I'm just saying. It is what it is, dude.
Oh, my man! Oh, what's wrong, Chillie? Has he just walked off mid-sentence because he couldn't understand what you were saying? What a fucking pity. Chillie's been blanked. Oh my god. You can see the seething hatred in his fucking... You can see it in his face. He's like, oh!
See how quickly and how blind eye he closes to what he does? He doesn't know what those fees or fines are. He doesn't know what it's going to cost anybody. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. And then the idea that he would just get the guy's phone number and follow back and go, hey, did you get your license fixed? Hey, I want to help you out. I want to get you back on track. He doesn't care about anybody but himself and getting his paycheck. He said that if he thought about what he was fining and feeing people, it would deter him from writing a ticket. Yeah, you should be deterred. There goes a tyrant. There goes someone who doesn't care about you, but yet he's entrusted to be the shepherd of the flock that is the American populace. I'm out.
Fucking hell. Here we have Chillie signing out in a superbly acted ending to his video with a piano solo in the background, no doubt. Cracking. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one. Please subscribe. Beg. Please, moan. Hit the like button and share. Remember, I get a grip.